Okay, guys. Hello again. Welcome back. I have to apologize that we're having to split these all up into separate parts. It's just a limitation of my channel right now, but it is something I hope to improve in the future. However, I hope you guys have been enjoying this as you've been watching the quest. And obviously, right now, we are. I mean, this is kind of devastating in a way. I did not expect one of these gods to actually die. So Guthix ascended to a god by killing one of the elder gods. It looks like. Or killing one of the gods. I left the world and its painful memories. I fled for centuries, aimlessly wandering, until something captured my attention. I felt drawn to a planet, Gillinor. It was beautiful and, more importantly, empty. It was somewhere I could hide and mourn my dead. I don't know, Guthix. You're not really going to get too much pity from me. A tough situation and all, but I had not expected to find the stone upon it, the stone of Jas, granting me greater power than even than the gods of my homeworld. I will continue my story along the path. Meet me when you are ready. Ooh. It's a fancy disappearing act. The dead god looms over the landscape, terrifying even in death. His appearance suggests that he was not a benevolent god. Though even if he were, it seems that none of the gods who visited this world cared much for the mortals living upon it. Yeah, I agree. Ooh, unidentified corpse. Looks like... What is this? It doesn't look like any race I've seen. It is a god's warrior, a creature introduced to this world only for war. The sparing gods here brought in other races to fight for them. Their own armies, much like the Majoran or the Icene, were introduced to Gillinor. When I arrived in Gillinor, I spent a long time there, a long time alone. I didn't know what my future held. I don't think Gillinor was empty. I don't think he was alone. Eventually, I came upon what I believed was my purpose. I aimed to create a world free from the influences of the gods, a world where the inhabitants would not have to fight other beings' wars. Well, that's a noble pursuit. It's nice to be able to actually have a choice, Jagex. So I introduced my own chosen races, humans, gnomes, beings who do not strongly tend towards evil nor good. I chose tribes who had no concept of gods and brought them to Gillinor to live uninfluenced lives while I retained the balance. I was foolish. My plan would never work. I will continue my tale along the path. Please meet me when you are ready. Yeah. Of a long-forgotten god. Interesting. Alright. Ooh. I should have seen it coming. I introduced them to the world. I had power greater than they had ever seen. And they put you up on a pedestal that you didn't want. The mortal races began to worship me. They built shrines to me, made sacrifices. They waited on my every word. Yep, it's just never gonna work. It pained me so deeply to see myself becoming what I had always loathed. I feel you. They showed me they should not have been living beneath me, serving me. I wanted them to be free, balanced, to make their own decisions. Well, Guthix, I gotta tell you, that would be excellent. Let's do that. Knowing my presence was thwarting my efforts, I withdrew from the earth to sleep. I hoped I would be forgotten over the ages. But it was not long before the gods arrived. I feel my strength draining. We are nearly at the end. Please meet me along the path when you are ready. Alright guys, this must be almost it. You know, it's funny, because what Guthix actually hoped to do is what I think would be very nice. He and I, it's like-minded. When I ended the war of the gods, I did it with no pleasure. I knew I had already failed. Looking over Gilidor, it was like looking at my homeland, the land ravaged, the mortals worshipping a multitude of gods, including myself. The races brought in by the now banished gods remained and disrupted the balance at every turn. Battles raged on in the name of absent gods. I could banish the gods themselves, but I could not remove the memories of them, the blind faith displayed by their followers. Besides, my own interference would only disrupt balance more. I have disproportional power, more than any single being should have. I will wait for you up the path. Tablet stands alone among the ruins. The clarity of the writing indicates that Guthix has a strong memory of this tablet. Perhaps it was something he saw every day or something dear to him. Along the path stands a house, suggesting this could have been a waymarker or a sign. I don't know. We're gonna have to translate that, I think. Yeah, we'll translate that later. Hey, buddy. I could not have prevented this, Zero Vector. I have been awake since you triggered the alarm. I knew what would happen. You could have... No, you couldn't. I don't know, maybe he knew that this was just not the right way. Maybe give up, or I don't know, gave in to something. Zero Vector, I have been the most powerful being on Gillinor since my arrival. Of course, I could have stopped Siliske if I had desired to, but I embraced my death. It must occur if the world is to be balanced. If the gods return, another war is inevitable. Gillinor must be returned to peace before war destroys it, before it becomes like my home. A dead, desolate wasteland. Gillinor must be protected, Zero Vector, but not by me, by a mortal. Someone with the power to defend against the gods, but not the power to be one. Sorry, it's the pain is becoming stronger. Please enter the house, my home, when you are ready. Man. Alright. I have so little time. Please listen carefully. I have already shared my power with you, chosen you as one of my creatures, so that you may reach this point. When this is over, you will find yourself with even more power, power you may use to defend against gods. I know you allied yourself with me, but I also know you do not want your world to perish. I didn't ally with you. If the gods are not stopped, your world will be destroyed, and you along with it. You must be a guardian of this world, Zero Vector. Gillinor must be free. Sure. Whatever. It is over. My family wait for me. Alright, see you, buddy. Have a good time. Remember your purpose, Zero Vector. Forget me. Okay. What have you done? Ooh, more stuff to decipher. Let's see if I can get a shot of that. It wasn't Zero Vector, it was a Majorat, the one they call Sliske. I felt it. He must have waited for our backs to be turned, for our defenses to be down. Sliske struck a killing blow to Guthix before I could reach him. We discussed this. There was no need for murder. Yeah, see, I knew this was going to happen. I was so sure that Sliske had his own agenda. It's just he's the type. And you trusted his word when he said he would abide by us? I warned you. Sliske would release me just to steal my victory. I should have known he could not be trusted. That's enough. Do you really think this is the time for bickering? Guthix is dead. His edicts are broken. The wars could begin again. I kind of want to do this on my own. Yeah. In his last moments, Guthix spoke to me. He granted me blah 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 blah. Another Zerosian trick. This is not our doing. I think Sliske is back. Woo! Oh my. Is that Sir Doman? This is no place for me. Oh boy. Look, my lord. Silent, silly. It is not right to revel in bloodshed. What has been done could not have been helped. Guthix was not an evil god like myself. He yearned to make the world a better place for those who dwell upon it. But his notion of balance was flawed. I don't know about that. And his presence meant that I could not return. It was not an easy decision, but Guthix had to die. But Ziliana, that does not mean we should gloat over the events here. Okay. So, human, you were alone with Guthix in his last breaths. Tell me, do you know who I am? I know who you are, Sir Doman. It is understandable that, after all my extended absence, you may wish to know more about me before you can follow me. With the edicts gone, we have much time for me to show you. I mean only good for this world. Now, much has happened here today. With the edicts broken, the world will soon enter a new age. The 6th age is coming. More gods will be coming. I apologize, human. I do not hope we meet again. But for now, I must ask you to leave. Oh, I do hope we meet again. I have much to do here. Interesting. You are resistant to my power. Huh. My journey back may have temporarily weakened me, I suppose, but still. Human, did Guthix tell you anything in his last moments? Wisdom, secret spells? I would advise you to tell me now. Is that so? Pretty much. I still have a choice, right? Alright guys, I'm gonna stop there. We'll move on to the next part. I will see you guys again soon.